there, I'm Posh Boy, so welcome back to the channel, good to have you with me. Today it's the turn of this, my goodness, look at that. This is the VINS pod, the VINS 24K. It's not made of 24 karat gold, that would be an extraordinarily expensive pod. The 24K is in gold and the 18K is in silver. And it comes with a couple of different tanks, and you're going to see that in a close-up. We'll do a very, very short close-up because it's a pod kit, there's not a lot to see. But I want to show you various bits. Okay, I've got the mouth to lung pod in here at the moment, running at 12 watts with a 1.0 ohm coil with an Ixor in. Let's take it for a spin. I was about to go off on one then, but I'm going to wait and I'm going to do the table bit quickly and then come back up top and we'll talk all about it, okay? Here we go. Alright, here we are on the table with the Godfather's Choice VINS 24K. Now, I wouldn't normally do a table section for a pod, but this is a bit different. So the brand is actually VINS, the pod isn't called a VINS, but the Godfather's Choice is just their slogan thing. But we have the VINS 20, so the brand is VINS and the pod is called the VINS. The 24K, they do an 18K and a 24K. The 18K is silver, the 24K is gold. A 2mm refillable pod times 2, a 0.8 mesh coil, a 1.0 mesh coil, one antibacterial drip tip and a user manual. The mod itself is made of zinc alloy, the pod is made of PCTG. Adjustable between 5 and 30 watts, 1000 mAh battery, 2mm pod. The 1.0 ohm coil is recommended for mouth to lung, 10 to 13 watts, and the 0.8 ohm coil is recommended for direct lung, 15 to 18 watts. Use times refilling for 8 times per coil, so we're looking at 8 fills before we need to change the coil. Okay, let's have a look at it, shall we? So we have a user manual, as you would expect, and we have our device, we have our drip tip, which will drop out here. Very nice. We have our 1.0 ohm coil, pod rather I should say, like such. And the 0.8 is in there, and there's nothing else underneath there. Let's slide this out and have a bit of a look at it. Look at that. I know it's a bit ostentatious and I love it. So the pod comes out of there and it will go either way round. Front or rear, whether you want to, and it doesn't matter because you can't see what it is anyway, but it says 0.8 and 1.0 on there, and it drops in, and that is, I have to say, oh, it's a very satisfying magnet action there. It's actually quite strong as well. Huh? Let's see how close it gets. Oh, halfway in, and our drip tip just goes in there. It is a normal 510 drip tip. And that looks absolutely stunning. I would have loved it if the drip tip was the same colour as the body. That's the colour of the 18K, is that silver. If that drip tip was the same colour as the body, I would have been even more made up. But as such, that's still very attractive. Very attractive indeed. So it's got auto draw, and we can see the auto draw switch in there, and it's got a fire button as well. And when we turn it on, 5 clicks on, hopefully the screen will wake up. No. Is this one flat? I hope not. USB-C charging, airflow hole there. Does anything happen when I put a pod in? No. It looks like I'm going to have to charge it in order to show you that it's working. That's strange. These things normally come fully charged. This one appears not to. Okay, we'll hold that thought and we'll be back when it's charged. We'll tell you what, let's just do the filling of the pod and then we'll have a look at it face to face once I've put some charge in it. So the 0.8 pod to the 1.0, let's go for the 0.8 and let's put something in it. What have I got? Oh, what's this? Oh no, sorry, no, let's go for the 1.0 then, because I've got a Ixor that will go nicely in that. And there's an arrow on here to show you which way you open the tab on the pod, and that's a perfectly sized fill hole, very accessible. Well, let's drop some juice in, shall we? The other thing I'll be able to do when we're up top then is tell you how long it takes to charge, because I will have, of course, charged it from what appears to be fully flat. Fully flat? Can you be fully empty? Totally empty. That'll do. Right, that's going on charge. I'll see you up the top. Alright, there you are. That was a table look at the VINS 24K. So, things you need to know. It's available in the UK in those two colours, gold or silver, the 24K or the 18K. And it is about £35, which sounds a bit steep for a pod kit, but you're getting a zinc alloy kit and you're getting one hell of a performance. This is magnificent. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm going to swap over to the direct lung tank, in which I've got a short fill 70-30 juice, and it's going to tell me it's jumped up to 15 watts and it's recognised it's the 0.8 ohm coil. If I press it 3 times, I can then change and go up to 18 watts, 15, 16, 17, 18. I'll start at 15, see how we go. Needs more power. Let's give it the full 18, shall we? Oh yes, that does make a difference already. I know it's only 3 watts, but you'd be surprised. That is absolutely delicious. As you can hear, it's a little bit louder in the 0.8 ohm coil because it's got wider airflow than the mouth to lung coil, as you would expect. All in all, I'm really, really impressed with it, with the build quality, the styling. I love the aesthetic. I think it looks fabulous. The only thing, like I said, I wish that drip tip was the same gold colour as the body, but they just made one drip tip in silver. But it's this clever antibacterial material drip tip. I am really, really happy with it. Would I replace it if I lost it or broke it? Yes, I would, in a heartbeat. No question at all. That I'm loving. Delicious. The reason why I was about to go off on one when I was on the mouth to lung coil was it was just making me think. I put in this my kiwi and cranberry on ice from Just Juice, which is one of my favourite ever juices. And my colleague at work, whenever I have a new device, I say, try this, and he says, what's in it? I say kiwi and cranberry on ice. He goes, oh, it doesn't taste of anything. I think he's wrong. I think it's delicious, and this is what I'm going to use to prove him wrong, because the flavour out of this is spectacular. I will concede, getting new flavour notes out of that I didn't get before. I can taste the full roundedness of the flavour. I'm really, really enjoying it. Absolutely delicious. Oh, you saw in the table look that there was no battery in this when it came. I put it on charge. It took exactly an hour. Well, I say it took an hour. I didn't measure it to the minute, but it took an hour, give or take, to charge. Which is from absolutely flat, which I think is fine. No problem with that at all. And it's got a decent sized battery in it, and it's going to last me. I have just been using the auto draw. You can use the fire button if you want, and as long as you don't put your finger over the airflow hole. But I've just been using the auto draw because it's absolutely on point. It just fires straight away every time. No problem with the auto draw at all. So there we go. That was the VINS 24K. Very nice. You know what that gold reminds me of? That gold is the same colour as 1 Million by Paco Rabanne. You know the fragrance? That is exactly the same gold. I'm sure of it. Absolutely the same colour. Anyway, that's just a by the by. Quite a nice fragrance, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for vapes. There we go. That'll do, I think. Do like the video if you liked it. I hope you did. Do subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Share the video around. And go out and get yourself one of these. And stay tuned for more content from me. I've been Posh Boy Vapes. Cheers.